I have another project going on here. I'm in my garage, the workbench, and I've got my 462 set up here. I went ahead and I made a new chain for my 462. If you can see on here, just look at the nub. I think I had mentioned before, but a lot of these, now this one's got a little life left, but then this one has nothing. And so I decided time to move on, and I made myself a new chain. You know, look at all the cutter material on that. But then I also realized that on all of my saws, and I've brought them all in. I've got my 260 in there, the 661, the 400, and in the 462, I have never greased the bearing. And some are older than others. This one is 20 years old. Now I did service it once, and I'm wondering if maybe they greased it for me. And but that was a decade ago or more. And then the 400 is somewhere around 3 or 4 years old, and I've never greased it. This one a little over a year, and this one's maybe half a year. So I was just gonna check it out. Hopefully, you know, I don't want to do any damage, but I was gonna try and take the clutch cover off and just see what it looks like. You know, again, always learning. So I'm going to bring you along and see what happens. Alright, got you on a neck mount here. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I've tried to clean it a little bit. It's still pretty dirty. So I'm going to try my hand at taking off this. From what I understand, there's a pen here. This might be too thick of a screwdriver to just get it started. Just trying to pop that, I don't know what you call it, a C-clamp or something off. Okay. Take a look at this. Not sure what to look for with wear on that, but well, that was nice. Slid right off. Wow, this one was easy. I've watched some videos online, and they're pretty. Can get the cover here can get stuck pretty easy. Like that, pulled right off. Just trying to clean out. There's a little bit of sawdust in there. So far things are going smooth. Here's the little bearing. This is what needs, and it looks like it's dry, so just a little bit of grease is what I understand. Okay, got my grease gun with some grease in it, and it takes just a small amount from what I understand. And maybe I'll grab that little screwdriver again. So I'm going to try with a little screwdriver, just pump a small amount of grease, a dab, there it is. Try to just kind of smear it on, I guess. just a light film on there. Because what I've heard is you don't want it getting on the clutch. Alright, now piece everything back together. I mean, it seems simple enough. Hopefully I'm doing it all correctly. But then getting this in that, it probably has to go in that little groove. So I just watched a video and they were saying when you put this on, is set it on and then turn it and keep turning it and it'll clink. And he was right, because I felt I'm having trouble getting this on and it just didn't feel like it was in far enough. And when it clinked, I could feel it push in a little bit. So I'm hoping that's enough to allow me to get that C-clip. Yeah, now it's exposed. Before, this was resting right about here, and I couldn't even begin to get the clip in there. So I'm hoping now that the clip will go in with a whole lot greater ease. There's always little tips and tricks and to get stuff done. It's close. I just don't want to lose the clip. I already flew across my garage floor once. I was able to find it and watch it go. Hey, that slid on. Make sure it's all the way on. Yeah, that's on there. It's in the groove. All right, wow, that wasn't really that hard. So I might try and do it with my other saws. I'm going to put my bar on. I had just flipped it, so I'm going to keep it flipped and put my new chain on. And I've got a saw that has a greased clutch bearing. Thanks for watching with me, and hopefully I did everything right. I don't have things come flying apart. I think everything's on how it should be, though. So great. All right, I'm on to the 400 and just greasing it up. I put some on the inside of the bearing and just smoothing out on the outside. And I'm going to put things back together based off what I learned on the 462. All right, so what I wanted to particularly show, let's see if it'll do it, is you put the clutch cover back on and then a little pushing in, a little pressure, and there, that's what I was waiting for on the 462 when I was trying to put it on, and the clip wouldn't really go in, and that's because this hadn't seated yet. So now it's seated, and I can go ahead and put the pieces back together. So I just wanted to show you that quick, how you wait for that click or that to drop in. So after greasing those bearings, I ran one of the chainsaws and I didn't notice any difference, but hopefully it's a positive thing in terms of adding to the longevity and the operation reliability of my chainsaw in the long term. So thanks for joining me, and get out there and keep cutting as we get closer to spring. Take care now.